Kiss me like you did on that first night, November 28th, when I loved like. Try imagine how it feels when the emptiness it comes. Good morning. Swallowed whole just like a meal. How am I supposed to try and forget you? Do you even want to start again? Good morning, everybody. It's alright if you want to just be friends. It means I just have to let go. Hello. Never thought it. Oof, that was aggressive. Yay! Hi, April. Can you hear me okay? I'm using my microphone. Hello, hello. We got people on the Instagram too. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you for confirming that. Let's get everybody in here. Let's get these shares. Let's get people in the room. We're talking about all kinds of stuff today. How's everybody doing? Let's tap the screen. Hi, Athena. Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Michelle. So we're on all the platforms again. Let's tap. Let's share. Let's get more people in here. Get the energy flowing. My name's Lorenda Carr. We're gonna do some fun stuff. Thanks. I was feeling very green today. So I got all my Caradwin things. I got my Caradwin crown. I got blue nails, but that's fine. They match my eyes. Okay, T. Bullerman, read the fucking room. Come on. And read my intro. Read the intro. All right, thank you. This is my Caradwin crown, April. So what we don't do when we come into Lorenda's room is just drop your questions and beg for readings. Okay, that's what we do not do because I'm a Leo, and that's how we roll. Right, April? I think it's very fascinating also that I have to remind people to read the room. Like I literally been on for what, 2 whole minutes and people are already come in. Is my life falling apart? Do you have a message for me? I don't know. We'll see. Well, hi, Casey. Welcome back. I'm glad that you were able to watch the live. What did you think of it? Well, no, I mean, that's fine. You're sorry. I accept your apology, but there's etiquette. Do you walk into a room and go and like yell when people are just talking to each other? Do you just interrupt people when they're talking? Thank you, Sassy Blue-Eyed. It's just poor manners, you know? Hi, Lucas. I see Lucas over here. My friend and neighbor, Lucas. All right. Hey, Salty. How's it going? I'm doing very well. I'm doing well, thank you. So I woke up this morning to the lot next door to us. We've lived here for about 6 years. When we moved into this house, there was nothing but cornfield. Well, like a field across the street. It was historical, but like there was a old house from the 1830s on the property. And yes, we've got spirits that roam through the house. It's kind of cool. And it was just wide open field. Well, now because we came in the beginning side of the phase that we're in, there was nothing here yet. So my husband is generally he has way more Leo energy. That's funny. But does he have a crown? That's the real question, Michelle. And does he need one? Anyway, so the lot next door to us, like the neighborhood has completely filled in. There's only 2 lots left in the entire neighborhood.
and one of them is next door to me. So guess what I woke up to this morning? They're starting to dig. And we knew it was coming. We saw the flags going up and the little barriers going up. So my dogs are going to have lots to bark at. Lots to bark at for the next year probably, because it's a custom house. So it'll probably take a year to build it. So that should be fun. Right, Diane? Also, hi, Diane. Exactly. You don't go into a room and just interrupt people. Oh, okay, April. Awesome. How many of you caught the live last night on TikTok with my friend Carrie and I? It was such a good live. We did some really, really amazing readings. Like spirit came through pretty strong. It was pretty awesome. Yes, you were, Sassy. I don't even know that I actually asked your name. Is that bad? I get so in my zone because you were the second or third person to be read. I was in my zone by that point. So yeah, it was good. And I love, my training is not in linking with others. That's not something that I've trained to do, but it's not hard if you're trained. Oh, nice to meet you, Kenzie, again. And so we were linking with one another and pulling in the same spirit. So it was pretty cool. And I guess I've done it before, but it's just not something I'm technically trained in. Oh, I need to plug my phone in so it doesn't like die later. So it was cool. Hi, Alicia. Hello. Thank you, Kenzie. I appreciate you saying that. So we brought through we read for 3 different people, and everything I do is spirit led. Same with Carrie. So yeah, we brought through, and it was cool because for one of the readings, and I think that was yours, Kenzie, where you had 3. Are you the one that had the 3 spirits? Seriously, like we get in our zone and I don't remember who belongs to who. People be like, oh, you gave me a reading once. I'm like, awesome. Was it good? Because I don't remember. Okay, so you had the 3 generations of spirits that came through all at once. And it was so fascinating. And there was a 4th person that had snuck in there, but they just weren't in the forefront. So it was just a really cool, night of readings. Oh, you saw it too, Angelia. So if you didn't know, my name's Lorenda Carr. I'm a psychic medium. I also do past life regression, hypnosis, and healing. And then I also, shameless plug, I also have my dancing spirit oracle deck that I created. Sometimes I like to pull the cards during the lives and see the direction of the day. So thank you for the gifts, friends. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So make sure we're sharing out the live. Let's get some more people in here. I do this shameless plug. It is. And actually what I have a feeling is going to happen, I've got Spirit Fest at Camp Chesterfield coming up next week, where I'm going to have my own tent. I have a feeling we're going to sell out of cards, because I just realized I never placed another order. So if you're interested in the cards and getting them within a month, then you should probably order a deck before I do Spirit Fest. Jenny, read the room, please. Second time we've had to say that. Thank you, Alicia, for saying that. It's just an oracle deck, and that I created. Ooh, this jumping out at me today. Wonder why. Let's see. A rising phoenix symbolizes rebirth through a spiritual journey. The dance embodies transformation and renewal, reflecting the power of overcoming adversity and emerging stronger, vibrant, and full life. So somebody needs to hear that you needed that encouragement, that you're coming up from something, that even when things are rough, we have a chance every day that we wake up to start new and rise from the ashes. So that was kind of a cool, spontaneous reading. Hi, Mandy. How are you? Good morning, everybody. So make sure you're tapping the screen. Good. Make sure you're tapping the screen. I never know how, like, do the likes, whatever it is that you can do on the YouTube and the Facebooks and the Instagram. I'm still figuring all that out. You think, I've been doing this all summer. Good, Paul. I'm glad that you need that resonated with you. So yeah, every day that we wake up, it just like Pitbull says in all his song, in his song, every day above ground is a good day. Oh, thank you for the hearts. I appreciate you, the gifts, you guys. Thank you so much. So yeah, so we have the cards, but if I'm going to be selling them at Spirit Fest, and then I'm going to be going out to Oregon as a guest medium out in Oregon to do live readings. And I don't know if we're going to stream that or not. I have no idea. I need to probably talk to them. I think it'd be kind of cool, especially if it sells out. It won't be interactive. It's not like we'll be interacting with people, but we might live stream it. I think that'd be really cool to do that. And also the people that we're working with at the shop are just amazing and so nice. We're going to be in Portland, Oregon, October. The event that we're doing is October 4th at Soulful, little crystal shop on the southeast side, I think, of Portland is what Carrie said. I don't know. I've never been to Portland. I don't know where that is. So yeah, definitely, if you're in that area or it's drivable for you, go check it out. Good morning, Kim. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Abby. So go check it out. They're selling tickets and they have a very strong email list game. So they fully anticipate that it's actually going to sell out. They're only selling 33 tickets because it's in the shop. And then all day Saturday from 11 to 6, we're going to be booking private readings. So if you're in the area, check us out. Carrie Koss and I are going to be doing readings in Portland, Oregon, and that's where she's from. So I'm just so excited to go work with her. And then, of course, Camp Chesterfield here in Central Indiana, up in Chesterfield, Indiana. We've got Spirit Fest next weekend. I'll be working the platform both Saturday and Sunday, as well as I'll have my own space, my own tent that I'll be doing readings all day. So even if it rains, I'm going to be doing readings because I've got a tent and I'll be undercover. So, and I'll be selling my cards there as well. So if you come and you decide, oh, I want some cards, then that's the time to get them so you're not paying for shipping. Just saying. Anything else exciting going on? I feel like there's something else that I'm missing. Oh, yes. Duh. My own show. I'm doing a live demonstration show. I'm only selling 40 tickets. We like to keep our events small so people have a better chance of getting readings. Someday I'll read for that crowd of 800. Someday I will. And so this will be at the Athenaeum Indy downtown, October 12th from 7 to 9:30. And then depending on how things play out, I may end up doing like a meet and greet afterwards, like down at the Rathskeller, which is in the same building, just like in the little bar area or something. I'll see how things are going and talk to them. Hi, Michelle. Nice to see you. So welcome in, everybody. I see I've got a whole 3-4 people watching on other platforms. So five people. Make sure you're following me on all my platforms. We're going to do some readings this morning. I do feel spirit moving in. And oh my gosh, have any of you, especially spiritual practitioners, if you're a spiritual practitioner, if you're a psychic medium or developing medium, show of hands if you are if you're doing this work. I know I'm like getting in the zone here. If you actually do this work, show of hands. And there's Alicia. So silly me. A few days ago, I just kind of mindlessly asked for, I'm like, I haven't had an expansion for a while. I think I'm ready for a little energy expansion, a little upgrade. Yeah. And so I do these readings with Carrie last night, usually after I'm done doing a couple hours of readings, especially following 5 hours of teaching dance. And then all day I was busy nonstop. So I I figured I would get in bed and just crash. And I did. Like, I immediately fell asleep. But then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I'm wide awake. I could tell someone or something was in the room. I felt like this crazy energy. And hi, Autumn. And it was insane. And then I was like, oh yeah. And I heard you ask for this. I'm like, I guess I did, didn't I? So it'd be interesting to see how this latest expansion, or this upgrade is what I call it, how it is incorporated. And it's perfect timing, because with everything I've got coming up with the in-person work, and all the readings and mentoring and classes and everything, I'm going to need it. I'm going to need the extra energy. So, so I would love to see all your faces at some of these in-person events. So it's something you might remember back in the spring, I said before, and I'd like to point out, it was before anybody else got on this bandwagon of planning things. I said a long time ago, I want to go on tour. Thank you, Georgia. This is my Caradwin crown. Oh, I'm so excited you're coming too, Georgia. So I had said a long time ago, I was like, I'm going to book a tour. And I thought, and then I went into dance competition season. I was like, well, not yet. so I'm like, if you know of a crystal store in your area, or like a fun, something where they do readings or events, and you think I should come to your town, let me know. I love to travel, not afraid to drive someplace, not afraid to fly someplace. And yeah, and you know what? I'm pretty sure Rose is in Oklahoma too. I'm pretty sure that's where she's in Oklahoma. But although Rose is doing her own thing, so I don't know that she would hook me up, but she totally would. She's one of my students. I love her. And actually Michigan, if I can find a place, Michigan's an easy drive. I'm actually in Detroit every August. And I'm coming to Scotland, Mark. I'm coming. It's just a matter of time. You got to hook a sister up with a place though. Burton, Michigan. All right. Let me look. Do you know the name of it, Georgia? If I need a travel assistant, holler. Okay. Message me. Let me know what that means, like what that looks like. Texas wine country. Oh, I love me. Alicia knows how to speak my language. She's like, wine country. Ooh, New Mexico. Yes. And actually, I'm going to be in Santa Fe in February, over President's Day weekend, Autumn. So what my goal is if I'm going to go someplace, I need to have boots on the ground, right? So if I'm not connected to people there, I can't really do it. I'm coming back to Switzerland, Lucas. I'll be there. You watch. Okay. Thank you, Georgia. So I'm going to be in Santa Fe with doing a girls' weekend with my, I love St. Augustine. I bought a car there once. Yeah. So Autumn, seriously, if you think you've got connections in like that Santa Fe area or Albuquerque, I'll probably fly into Albuquerque and drive to Santa Fe. So, because that's where we're going to be doing most of our stuff. But if there's anything that's drivable, because I'll have a rental car, that weekend, or even leading up to that, like that Thursday leading up to that weekend, I'd be down to schedule a live demonstration. Seriously, I loved Santa Fe. Do you guys? So some of you remember? Oh, hey Ruthie, how are you? I see you. And Katrina's not reading the room either. Oh man. So yeah, definitely message me through my website, Autumn, and remind me that you're in New Mexico, because after this is over, I'll totally have forgotten. You're getting your nails done. I love it. I got mine done last week for my shindig. They're holding on pretty well, looking pretty good. I got to move into my fall colors, probably the next appointment. I'm still hanging on to summer, y'all. I'm just telling you. Also, why does it sound like I hope, oh my gosh, if you hear what sounds like, it's just so loud because we got construction next door. And like my whole house is shaking because I think they're getting ready to dig for the basement. Thanks, Alexis. Oh, that's cute. Care Bear. I love it. It does kind of look like Elsa on Frozen, although I'm more of an Anna kind of girl. I like the fall colors and I do like fall in the right time. It's not time yet. Not till next weekend. Not till next weekend. And I'll probably do my Halloween decorations. Oh my gosh, you guys. Wait till you see what I do for Halloween. Like I am all about the Halloween. And my friend Lucas, who's in Instagram watching live right now, he used to be my next door neighbor. He lives in Switzerland now. But we would start planning for Halloween in July. We had an annual meeting in July. And also Lucas, I just got my I got my first advertisement. Trying to get me to buy more stuff. I won't put Halloween. I love summer too much. My big Leo energy. I hang on to that warm weather as long as possible. I try to enjoy every day as it is meant to be enjoyed. During COVID time, my decorations went out in September because I had nothing else going on. So that's not true. I had my dance studio, but I was at home all the time because I started my studio online. Everything was virtual for like almost a year. And so we had everything out early, but that's really the only time I've ever done that, where I put the Halloween decorations out early. This year, because I'm going to be in Portland, I haven't added anything this year, Lucas. I didn't add anything. I need to pull everything out and look at it, but I don't have my buddy here to help me. So I'm kind of flying solo, but it looks like I'll probably put stuff out the last weekend in September is what I'm thinking. So hello, Christy. Happy Thursday to you too. Welcome everybody. Welcome. My name's Lorenda. You know what's funny? I have a funny story about my Christmas tree. I put up 5 trees. I love Christmas also. Like my house is decked out for Christmas, just like it is for Halloween. But all my Halloween stuff is outside, and the inside is Christmas land. Okay. And I put a tree upstairs on the catwalk or on the landing upstairs that you can see from the downstairs. And for 2 years now, 3 years, this is my 3rd year. I just haven't taken it down. I literally just move it into my daughter's old bedroom. So I have a tree fully done all year round. It's like one of those little small $99 trees. It is. I've got music. I've got Jamie McIntyre playing in the background. Actually, he's not famous enough that I don't think YouTube will ban me. He's up and coming though. I know, right? Well, and with having as many trees as I do, it takes me a good week to put everything up. And that's why, especially now that I'm on my own doing it, and Lucas moved to Switzerland and I lost my helper. It's not like my kids help me. My husband does help. He helps me put up the 12-foot tree. I've got a big 12-foot tree because I have a 2-story great room. No one will ever know. You're right, Autumn. No one will ever know that I've got a Christmas tree in that room. And what's funny is now I use that room to store all of the Nutcracker costumes when it's not Nutcracker time. All the props and costumes are in there. So it's just like the Christmas room. I thought about, because that room is carpeted and the decorations in there are just gorgeous, because it's my daughter's old room, and I let her decorate it, and she did an amazing job working. Well, she worked with like a designer, but did an amazing job on it. And I thought about making that my reading room instead of the wine room, but then I'm like, nah. I like my spirits and spirits. There's my Irish accent. Mark, are you still around? Spirits and spirits. There it is. I have been a medium. I've been a practicing medium with a a mentor for 4 years now, 4.5 years now. But I've been a practicing psychic for about and developing psychic for about 13 years. I just didn't understand. I thought you had to actually see the dead people to be considered a medium. You know how like when you watch Teresa Caputo, John Edwards, Matt Fraser, any of those that have like a huge platform, they're like, oh, honey, like Matt Fraser, he's my favorite one to imitate. Oh, honey, no, I see your grandmother. She's standing right behind you. And maybe he does see them, but I thought you had to actually see them to be able to communicate with them or to be considered a medium. And um, but what was funny is I would read cards and then I would know that I was getting a message. Oh, thanks for being part of my team. I would know that I was getting messages from a loved one, but I didn't know that that was mediumship. Like I was just so uninformed, you know. Do I do living and death? If that makes sense. That does make sense, Ashley. Actually, that is a really, really, really good question. I think you may have just nailed our topic for the day. So what Ashley asked is, do you do living and death? So that question could go two different ways, I guess. Um, Hello, patient. She's funny. Yeah. So meaning, can I do mediumship with people who are living that are maybe like in a coma or in an altered state? Yes. It's not because their spirit can wander. Okay. So especially someone who is in a state where they cannot communicate and they're not conscious. And that's actually happened in a reading where I've connected, and there's a difference between psychically connecting higher self to someone, and yes, you can do that psychically with someone who is still living that's not capable of communicating. And then I've had actual spirits that are alive that have come in and talked to me. So, and there is it's a different feeling. It's a different vibration. So it's pretty wild when it happens. It does not happen very often, but when it does, it's kind of like, oh, wow. Okay. And I feel honored because I'm like, wow, you chose me. Thank you. I just feel very honored when that happens. When you're in bed, you talk to someone like through your mind, you think, yes, they do hear you. They hear you as long as you invite them in to hear you. That's another good topic to talk about too. People are afraid that spirit can always hear our thoughts. They don't care. It's just, they don't care. But if you invite them in to listen to you, they will. And they will communicate with you. And they will do what they can to show you that they're there and listening. Yeah. Spirit is infinitely intelligent and spirit is amazing. So just know that they are always around. So going back to the topic of, can you speak to people? Like, can you communicate with people even though they're here? Will their spirit communicate? They will. How do you know to trust your intuition, not like overthinking to take over? That's another really good question. Oh yeah, you guys, I've got 6 people watching on YouTube. That never happens. I usually have like 3. Thank you, April. I have 6 whole people watching. And I have 4 on Instagram. Look at me. I'm moving on up. Da-na-na. Hey, don't put your personal stuff, Bree. Okay, because I don't want scammers to come find you. Okay. Wait. So what was I addressing? Now I forgot. Oh, how do I know if I'm overthinking? So here's what I tell my students. If you ask a question of spirit or your spirit guides or a loved one, the first thing Now you do, Bree. Thank you very much. Um, the first thing that comes into your head is the right answer. The second thing that comes into your head is you talking yourself out of it. No joke. Like, that's just how it is. I'm going to, I think I've already gone through this whole playlist. I'm going to turn this off. Oh my goodness. I just did a video on this when the random people come in. Probably should change. I'm going to change my music because actually I'm going to turn it off because I don't know these artists and I don't want to get flagged on YouTube. Oh my God. See, what was I just talking about? Intuition. And this is why I keep a squirrel in the background, because that's exactly how my brain works. So anyway, you can actually ask your loved ones for signs. A book that I always recommend is, hey, over in Instagram, Jatudorpa, whatever I can't pronounce it. Be careful what you put in the chat as far as your personal details. I'm sorry for your loss, but be careful. I will never follow you back, not because I'm a jerk. Also, oh my God, it's just like, they don't get it. They don't get it. If you put your stuff in the chat, I'm going to mute you for 5 seconds to remove your thing. Do it again and I'll mute you for the whole live. But you want to be careful not to put your personal stuff in the chat because I have scammers and every single account, like hundreds of people pretending to be me, and they will reach out to you. They'll friend you and they'll act like they're me. And they're going to try to get you to pay for a reading, and they're not real. They're just there to steal your money. Okay. So in Instagram, Blue Dress Fit ask, if they hear you, how can they show your love to them? Or how do you even know they are listening? You don't, but you do, because you just have to have faith that they are listening. There is a book. That's okay. I'm just trying to protect you. Okay. So I always recommend a book called Signs by Dr. Lorenda Jackson. It's a very easy read. I actually listen to it on Audible because I like to listen in the car when I drive places. And she is a very well-known psychic medium, and she immediately, she talks about how to look for signs, how to ask for signs. And isn't it, Casey? It's such a good book. And I've got her other book on queue, The Light Between Us. I have not read that, but I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling. So that's next up on my docket that I'm going to be reading that. Because I just like to listen to her voice too. It's so calming. But she talks about how you can ask for signs and how spirit shows up in different ways. So one of my favorite examples is when I started reading that book, the first chapter, she talks about oranges being a sign for her. And I was going through a situation at the time where I was trying to decide if I should break away from a friend group, like people I thought were my friends, but they were not acting like friends. And I was like, am I just a jerk? Like I was trying to do the deep dive on myself. And then I was like, okay, if I'm supposed to break away from them, whether it's me or them, if I need to create distance, show me oranges. I was just like, if that's the case, show me oranges. And that is how spirit shows up to me now. All the time. It started out as a joke, but all the time is with oranges. Oh, thank you, Kim, for reminding people about the tip jar. I do have a tip jar. So if I ever do a reading for you, if you ever feel the need to throw in a little extra something, you can go to the link in my profile. I do have a tip jar. So anyway, your loved ones, you can ask them, what sign do you want to give me? And whatever the first thing that pops into your head, say it's an owl, say it's a lemon, say it's a swing set. I don't know, whatever it is that pops into your head, say it again to confirm it, and then say it again Say, okay, then that's what I'm going to be looking for. Having trouble finding your Portland event anywhere. I don't know where to pay for it. Time set. Oh, okay. So Morgan, I have not added it. Like I literally just got the link today. It should be on, if you go in, I know like in Instagram, like on the socials, they are at Soulful, SOULFULPDX. And it should be on their website. The link is up on their website. So you could go directly there and book it. I also, if you go to my Instagram in my Instagram stories, I literally just posted it today. The link should take you right there. Thank you so many butterflies lately, but it's also gone spring where I am. Oh, well, that you must be, are you in Australia, like the other side of the world? So yeah, I mean, but that can be a sign. Do you work with all the clairs? What's your strongest one? Ooh, excellent question. I do work with all of my clairs. Oh, I'm so excited, Morgan. Oh, I'm so excited that you're going to be coming. Yay. So they can show up in so many different ways, right? Like I can ask my grandpa, I asked my grandpa one time, how do I know, what sign are you going to give me to know if you're actually coming through to this medium that I was having do a reading for me? And I saw owls. I'm like, owls? You really? Okay, that's fine. Very end of that reading, and this is a really well-known medium too. He's fantastic. And at the very end, we were getting ready to sign off, and he says, "Oh, wait. Did he have a sweet tooth?" I'm like, "Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. That's funny." And he goes, "Oh, yeah, your grandpa's like showing me like those blow pops." He goes, "Oh, wait, no, Tootsie Roll Pops." Y'all remember the commercial from the 80s, right? The owl, like a 1, a 2, a 3, licking the Tootsie Roll Pop. So that's how my grandpa showed up. It wasn't that he just was like, so the medium wasn't saying, your grandfather's saying owl is the sign to communicate with him today. It wasn't that. It was, why is he bringing up Tootsie Roll Pops? So spirit is creative. Spirit is so creative in how they bring through signs and messages. You have to be open to receive them. So the day that I had asked for signs from of oranges to know what I should do, within an hour, like there's a focus on TV and watching Virgin River, like they zoom in on a bowl of oranges and somebody, the main character, picks them up and says, "Would you like an orange? They're full of vitamin C." I'm like, you can't make that shit up. Like you just can't, right? Is there, you'll be able to next wait, huh? Keep watching for you at Peace Water. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to be doing Peace Water for a little while because I'm back to teaching dance because I own a studio in Westfield. And so I can't do it that many nights. So I am going to work with Stephanie, their event coordinator. I'd really like to work with her to get on their books. I love working with Peace Water Winery. They are so amazing and nice and open. They give me the best, it's a best space to read in. So I will be trying to book in the first of the year with them. I'm telling you guys, I'm booking tours and getting my ground game strong. So keep an eye out, but also October 12th, I have my show that I'm going to be doing that is at the Athenaeum downtown Indianapolis. So get tickets for that. Seriously, if any of you are local to Indianapolis and you are available October 12th, and you can come, it's from 7 to 9:30 Eastern time, do it. Get your tickets before I go on the platform and do Spirit Fest next week. Because I'm going to have QR codes for people to buy tickets immediately, and I'm only selling 40 tickets to that show. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad Blue Dress Fit. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate you saying that. So, and you can always book a private reading with me too. I do private readings. If you're interested in private readings, go to the link in I don't know where it is on YouTube. There's a link. You can go to my website, lorendacar.com. Christy says, saging my house as we speak. Any tips or tricks? Just been negative and negative energy. Cross has been falling off my walls. Oh, geez. That's Spirit's way of saying, get rid of organized religion. Uh-oh. Oh, gosh, I'm getting Spirit nose. I'm in central Indiana. I'm in Westfield, but which is just north of Indianapolis. So yeah, check out my website. I do private readings. And I do them in person, but I actually prefer to do them on Zoom because they can be recorded and it's just easier for people. Do we need to pre-buy readings for Camp Chesterfield? You have to sign up when you arrive. So if you're coming to Camp Chesterfield in that's also maybe 45 minutes north of Indianapolis for that event next weekend, it is huge. It's one of the biggest spirit fests in the Midwest, by the way. And some of the most fantastic readers on the planet. They're just so good. It's only like $10 to get in. It's crazy. It's only like $10. I think it's 10 or 15, might be 15. I don't remember now. But the platform mediumship is at the end of the day. So on Saturday, it's 6:30. On Sunday, it's 4:30. They're in the cathedral, their big historic cathedral. This is the 70th year celebration of that cathedral. And we'll be doing, it's like 10, oh my God. Oof. It's like $10 to attend that. I'm hoping, are you going to be able to go, Mackenzie? I hope you can go. And I get to read on the platform. I am the only person that's going to be doing live demonstration readings that is not a medium that lives on the grounds. They normally don't just let people up there. They had to get permission from my mentor, and it was kind of a big deal oh, there we go. Kristen, thank you for that. $10 for one day, $15 for the weekend. Hey, do you have a booth there? Are you doing your stuff there, Kristen? Are you going to be up there? Or are you just going to attend? You need to get a booth up there. Friday the 4th, and hope there are spots for the 5th left when I get more funds. Yeah. And I think they're going to start pressing it, but between Carrie and I, we're going to be doing 7 hours worth of readings. So you can get shorter readings in Portland. You can get 15-minute readings. Yeah, you can get shorter readings. So that there'll be a lot, there should be a decent amount of availability for a little while for that. But yeah, that's awesome. I'm so glad you bought a ticket. Yay. So let's go back to Christy's question. Saging a house. Just don't do white sage. Apparently that's not a thing, that it actually can negate positive energy, or it can neutralize positive energy too. It's not my wheelhouse. But yeah, so sage is good. There's something about sage chemically that actually neutralizes negative ions. It's an actual thing. It's an actual science. John Edward talks about that. You could probably look it up, be like, John Edward talking about sage and how it works. I wish you could go too, Lucas, but you're stuck in Switzerland. We gotta get me out to Europe. You're witnessing it now. I'm going to book a European tour. It's going to happen. Just saying. It's going to happen. I need my husband to buy another car in Germany, so then he can just drive me around the countryside to all these different places and do readings. How funny. I see Xander has marching band Terre Haute Saturday. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, that'd be awesome if you could come up. It'd be really cool. Make sure to pop into my tent and go. I don't know yet, Lucas. I'm manifesting it. That means I'm manifesting. But you know what? You're right. I should manifest it more specifically. I think next summer would be a great time for me to go back to Europe and do a mediumship tour. What do you all think? I think it's a great idea. Plus, I just love Europe. Lawson Mom or Lawson Mo, if you have to ask a medium that, then you already know the answer. And be careful, a scammer is going to come in and tell you that their name is Dr. Lovejoy and they're going to pretend to be me and tell you for $500 they can clear your energy. Oh, also, I'm going to mute that because scammers. I'm not muting you, just that for 5 seconds to get rid of your comment. Okay. So, hey, friends. That was funny, wasn't it? I'm funny. So one of my students is working on a marketing program and I was like, all right, we can exchange services. I'll work with you if you want to work on a marketing plan for me. And he was like, you're funny. Have you ever wanted to do comedy? I think you should do comedy. I'm like, well, I wanted to, but all my material was about my now ex-husband and he wasn't digging the comedy thing. He didn't think it was so funny. Well, thank you for saying that, Paula. I think I'm hilarious, but not everybody does. I'm a little rough around the edges. And I don't know that I could actually come up with a whole script that I'd follow. I think I would suck at that. Come next time, make sure you can get over. I will. Well, I don't know if we're actually coming or not, Lucas, but you know I'm going to, if we make it over there, we will come see you. Or maybe Dr. Feelgood. Yes, I love it. Oh my gosh, I had 10 people on YouTube just now. Now I have 8. I must not have been that funny. I had 10 people and I've got 2 in my Instagram. Make sure you guys are following me on all my platforms. As I grow as a creator, I'm trying to do more of this kind of stuff and create a good vibe with this broadcast and do more readings and stuff. So thanks for saying that, Autumn. I think I'm hilarious. Sometimes I'll look at my husband, I'll say something, I will drop a funny joke or I'll say something really great and I'll just look at him and he'll have no reaction. And I'm like, listen, I'm funny. You should be laughing right now. He'll go, yeah, you're right. That was funny. Says the tax lawyer. Like he's a corporate real estate tax lawyer. Like he's just like, I call him my king of swords. He's hilarious. Okay, so hey, who wants to do a reading? Should we do readings? I think we should do readings. I know he doesn't get it. I think I'm telling you, the man is insane. Hello, mediumship and healing. I feel like okay, cool. I just want to make sure you weren't the scammer version of you. Okay, so I think I'm going to do some readings. We got the YouTube is ready for the readings. The Instagram is ready. And thank you, Lucas. I know you think I'm funny. All right. I'm interested to see what this is. I've been getting a cramp in my shoulder or in my trapezius. Is that my trapezius? My traps. Thank you, Katie, for saying that. So I'm going to see how this goes. I'm going to see where this goes. I feel like this has to do with tension, but it's not mine. I feel like this has been kind of creeping in, but it's not mine. Okay. So let's see here. Who am I picking up? So how this works, I'm going to invite spirit to come a little closer and ask who, thank you, Paula. I got this on TikTok Shop along with this cute skirt that, oh, hold on. I can't stand up because my skirt is like, hold on. I'm going to stand up and shake it off a little bit because I need to stand up and shake out my legs before I do. But yeah, total TikTok Shop outfit. How cute is this? Okay, whoever this is a big energy. They're a big energy coming in. ADD was a thing with them. ADD was actually, you know what I'm going to do? Oh, I can't do that. ADD. I'm hearing ADD because they're like, we love the squirrel, love the squirrel. All right. So how this is going to work is I'm going to invite the spirit in. So, and you'll notice what will happen is my energy will shift. I will start talking quickly. It's already happening. It's already happening. So, spirit's moving in, and I will start giving evidence of what they're saying. Okay. If you can take 100%, you drop a squirrel. That's so funny because squirrel gets to be on display today. So if you could take 100% of the evidence that I bring forward, leave a squirrel emoji. Okay. And if you're not in a position to do emojis, like if you're tuning in from a computer, you can just do something. Oh, hi, Kelly. I see you. You can type squirrel and just copy and paste it. Okay. Over and over again. So don't drop them yet, because I literally only have two things: ADD, squirrel, and big energy, but also something about the shoulder, like this pain right up in here. I feel like, interesting. I heard something about scoliosis, curvature of the spine. Interesting. So if all of this resonates, drop a squirrel, but let me get, and I'll see who I'm drawn to. We may have 10 people that it resonates with. But the key is you might get postcards. Sorry, like they're moving in quick. You might get postcards, meaning like your spirit, your spirits, your loved ones have moved in to go, hey, just so you know, I'm here. So even though it's not for you, it's for you. Does that make sense? So, but I trust spirit. I trust my spirit guides, and I trust the spirit to tell me who it is, who it's for. Okay. And last time I didn't listen to my gut, I ended up pulling up somebody that it was not for them. And I had to bop them out because it was actually for somebody else. So just know that I'm going to go with my gut. Okay. All right. So the back issues, I feel like there was definitely like an issue with the back, like a scoliosis, a curvature of spine. Thank you, Kim. ADD, shoulder, male. This is a male. This is a male energy. He feels young, or he was just really immature for his age. Full of energy. I'm gonna turn some music. I feel like this is gonna help. Should we do Galway Town again? Just because it's so awesome. Let's do that. I'm going to pull him in.
Rolling through the mountains, oh, it took some time to tell. Roll away faster, oh,
He makes me feel like the 1970s were important for him. Like he feels like he might be like close to my age. I'm 53, or he would be now. Like he was born in the 70s. But I feel like he may have passed when he was like in his 20s, is what it feels like. Or he acted like a 20-year-old when he was 50. He's got a very young energy. Talking about football. You like football. There was a reference to football. Saying he always wanted to travel. Always wanted to travel. And I feel like he even tried to look into military, but he couldn't because of his physical issues. There were physical issues that kept him from doing what he wanted to do. There were physical limitations. At the end, he had a hard time breathing. There seemed to be a hard time breathing at the end. He was such a joyful person. I feel like he had a lot of things that he could have been negative about, but he chose to be. He was a very youthful soul. So remember, if you can take this as 100% for someone that you know that will be on the other side.
And if you stop for a minute, and take a look around, you see the stars that shine so brightly.
He's talking about showing signs. He's talking about showing signs. You got to look around. It's funny because this song hits every time. He's saying you got to look around. I'm showing you signs. I feel like you were seeing signs from him recently.
And if you stop for a minute, and take a look around, you see the stars that shine so brightly.
Physical limitations. He just feels like notice how I'm sitting right now. Like I feel like this is an actual thing. He makes me feel like this is how he had to sit. He feels tall. Where are we? Okay, sassy. Kenzie. I just read for you last night. That's crazy. You think you know who this spirit is, Lucas? Who would it be to you? Christina is also taking it. Okay. Let me get something more specific from him because I feel like I'm getting a lot of. So recap: shoulder or like spine. Was he in the 1970s? I feel like there's some reference to the 1970s. Talk about the 1970s being important. He feels like this person would be my age. He wanted to travel, wanted to do things, but physical limitations. It's not. Hey, Lucas, this is someone who is not alive anymore. Just so you know. Okay, Christina. Okay, so hang tight, Christina. Don't put any more confirmations yet. I'm going to turn this down. I feel like there was he had a hard time reading, but I feel like there was something about speech. He couldn't speak very well. He couldn't get his words out very well. Words were hard. And this may have been towards it. This almost feels like ALS, honestly. Like there were. Stop putting the things in there yet. Don't put please do not. So Bama, don't yet. Okay. Just put squirrels. Because scammers. Okay. I don't have anybody taking it over here on the YouTube. Okay. It's not Matt because Matt is alive. I'm talking to dead people, Lucas. Okay. Words were hard. It feels like he had a hard time speaking. Like it feels like ALS. It feels like ALS because he's showing me an image of my step grandmother, and that's what she had. And I feel like it happened so fast. Like it was like something's not right, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, something's really not right. I'm hearing the name Graham, and that could be him or someone around him. Graham, or he liked graham crackers. I don't know. There's something about, or it could be a G name like G Graham or a GR or someone around him that would be that name. There was so many things he wanted to do, but he just couldn't. He's also talking about, he showed me images of like Game of Thrones. So I don't know. I feel like but he showed me like he has a crown. Oh my goodness. Okay, so he's showing me Jeffrey from that really evil king from Game of Thrones. So either he's trying to get me to say the name Jeffrey or Jeff, or he was like, or he wanted to be king of something, or he was something about the king or wearing a crown because he likes my crown. Thank you, Lorna, for saying that. Bama Beauty, you're still holding on to all that. Is anybody else holding on to 100%? I might pull up. I don't have anybody in the other platforms that are able to take all that. And Christina can still take it, 100% of it. So ALS reference or something similar to that, male, 1970s. I feel like he was probably born in the 70s. Very youthful energy. Words were hard. He had breathing issues. There were physical limitations. He wanted so bad to travel, but because of the physical limitations, he couldn't. The name Graham came up. We don't know if that's his name or someone around him, or a GR name, Graham. And then he's bringing up King Jeffrey for some reason. King Jeffrey from Game of Thrones. And ADD. I feel like the ADD in this. That's why he has the squirrels coming up. All right, I'm torn between Bama Beauty and Christina. Let me see if I can get one more distinguishing. He's talking about somebody's got his ring. Somebody has his ring. One of you has a ring. There's a ring. It almost looks like a class ring. It doesn't look like a wedding ring. There's something about a ring, momentous ring. A ring would be important. He's like, kiss the ring. Kiss the ring. He had such a zest. Like, his energy is amazing. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn my music off here. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with Christina because I feel like I'm truly torn between the two. Like, I can't, whoever your loved ones are, they're coming in real strong at the same time. So I'm going to start with Christina. Christina, can you go live? Okay, go ahead and do a guest request, like the little 2 people down at the bottom. And because once I hear your voice, I'll know. Once we make that vocal connection, I'll know almost immediately if it's you. If not, then hang tight, Bama, because I want to see where this goes. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so talk to me. How's this? How
I would say my Uncle David, he was born in 1977.
Okay.
He he had a lot of trouble speaking. He had an accident when he was younger, which made him kind of paralyzed.
Okay.
So he was from one side. So he had trouble walking with the muscles. Couldn't really move very much. Again, with the speech.
Mhm.
He always wore his graduation ring.
Was it red? Did it have a red stone?
Yes, it had a red stone.
Okay, I'm with you.
And
I'm
he
with you.
played football whenever he was in high school, which was his school was red.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm with you. And how the Graham or the G was he prom king? Was he prom king? Is that why he's showing a crown? Or was it something about the crown? He keeps talking about the crown and
I know he liked Game of Thrones. He might have been
he liked
king one time. And then the Graham, I was thinking maybe my grandma and grandpa. He's buried in my grandma's casket. He was cremated, and he was put in my grandma's casket, and they're all three buried together.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. Would you understand him? He's talking about eyelashes. Did he have long eyelashes? I'm thinking about his eyelashes, or do you? There's something he's about eyelashes.
He kind of did have eyelashes, kind of long, I guess.
Okay. It's no fair. Dudes get the best eyelashes.
Yeah.
I feel like he's talking about he'll come around and people will feel like that cold chill. Like he's kind of intrusive like that way. Like you'll feel like someone just walked through you. Like, you know what I mean? Like you'll get a cold chill from him.
Oh, that's funny because the past few days I had been getting the cold chill.
Okay.
Like just cold. And just on one side or just one area, like really, really cold.
Okay. Okay. That is, he's like, that's me letting you know that that's who I am.
No, that's so cool. Because I was wondering, like, why am I feeling this?
Like, why is one side of my body? And I feel like let me see what else he's bringing in. Was he just kind of the funny guy? Was he just funny? Kind of loud and funny?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he was real funny.
And I'm asking him how he comes in other than just the cold chill. I feel like there's some other sign that he brings in and people go, oh, I wonder if that's him. I feel like there's some other thing that he brings in and it's like something cliche, like a bird or something like that. But I feel like there's a yellow finch. Does somebody have a yellow bird? Yellow bird. I'm hearing somebody yellow bird. I'm hearing yellow bird. Yellow bird.
No.
Is that significant? Yellow bird.
Not that I can think of at the moment.
That's okay. He's saying yellow bird. But I feel like he's talking about a picture or something. There's something that. Do you have a picture in your house of a yellow bird? There's got to be something he's talking about. It looks like a picture more than anything. And he's just saying yellow bird. There's a picture, something about a yellow bird. So keep an eye out for it because I feel like he's very insistent upon this and he won't let me let it go. Was he really into things like was he into Star Wars?
Yeah, he was into a bunch of different.
Yeah, I feel like he was like that. He loved Star Wars, but he's like, oh my gosh, he's so funny. He's like, guess who I just met? Because James Earl Jones just died. It's like, I met Darth Vader. Oh my gosh, he's so funny. He's like, so I think I'm asking him why he's just coming through today because I feel like has he not come through this way before for you?
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever had him come through.
Yeah.
Usually I would watch some mediums and expecting to hear from like my grandma or grandpa. And so, just I think like the day before yesterday, I was just listening in and a lot of things were resonating to where it may have been him and he just kept crossing my mind. And then when I got on today, this is the first time that I'm seeing you. and everything was resonating. And I mean, it can't be coincidental, but his passing would be soon, the anniversary of his passing.
Would it be October?
It's sometime this month.
Okay. Because he is drawing my attention to the event on October, like that I'm doing in Portland. There's something about that weekend that's significant. So I don't know if that's maybe when he had like, there's something significant about that October 4th. There's something about the 4th. He's saying something about the 4th.
I can't think of anything at the moment.
That's okay. I'm asking him to give more clarification. I would be curious to know, and this might be something you could look up, if that's when the celebration of life was. Or like his funeral would be on the 4th. I feel like he's talking about something about the 4th was significant, or if there's something celebrated on the 4th. There, and this could be somebody else around him, but something is, the 4th is very important to him. Also, is he a Leo? Was he born at end of July, first part of August? Is he a Leo? There's something.
He was in February.
Oh yeah, definitely not a Leo. There's just something about, he keeps going back to that fire energy, but that's definitely not fire energy. Someone
that date could have been maybe around the time, because he was an organ donor.
Oh, interesting. Okay, but you know what's funny is everyone else is saying May the 4th be with you. He's got jokes.
Yeah, that is funny.
Okay, that is hilarious, actually. Good one, buddy.
Yeah, he was a real jokester. I kept telling him, tell her about the clown shoes, just because he was a big jokester.
Yeah, he didn't show me clown shoes. I feel he's saying, though, his downfall was it was a blessing and a curse. He would joke his way through everything, even the tough stuff. And he didn't always take things as seriously as he should when it came to relationships and the people around him. That he wasn't able to, like, if someone else had problems, like he wasn't very good at holding space for them. He just kind of joke his way through it and try to cheer them up all the time. Would that make sense for him?
Yes.
Okay. Because he's like, I just didn't have the emotional capacity, which made people think he was just really immature because he couldn't deal with the deep, hard stuff. But he was like, but honestly,
I understood him though. I knew exactly how he was feeling.
Yeah. But I think it's really important and did he have a hard time breathing at the end?
Yes, towards the end they had him.
Oh, you said he had ventilated.
Staying alive just long enough for them to be able to find donors.
Okay.
Like because he donated his organs.
Right. And I feel like it took him a little bit of time to heal on the other side. I feel like there were some really tough truths that he dealt with here. And he wants you to know he took the time to heal when he crossed over. There was just some, not just physically, but spiritually, mentally, like, why did this happen? And there was a lot of anger. There was just a lot of anger that he masked with being funny. Because he didn't understand why things had to play out the way they did. He tried to be lighthearted about it. He tried to see the realistic side, but he truly was confused as to why he chose that or why that happened. So,
Yeah.
I think it's really important for everybody to know that he's okay. He's fully back to his spiritual self, his full spirit, full energy, and that he's good. And then I feel like his joy, his his now mission is to continue to bring joy to people, whether they're on that side or this side, that he's just a bringer of joy. When he didn't, like, that was his mission here.
Yeah.
But he wasn't.
He always tries to make everyone happy.
Right. Except himself.
Yeah.
So I think it's really important that you know that spiritually, mentally, like, that he is doing much better now and that he's okay. When this was this in the last couple of years? Was this fairly recent that he passed?
Yes.
Okay. And would you understand not too long after he passed, or was there a new baby born? Was there a new baby that came into the family? Because if he's like a changing of the guards.
Yeah, I believe so. I think one of my cousins on that side of the family may have had a baby.
Okay. Because he's just talking about how cool it was to see that transition happen when as he's crossing over to see this new spirit going, "What's up? How's it going? All right, I'm going in."
Exactly what he would say.
Any advice before I head in? So just know that he's okay, and that he will come around more. So when you get that cold whoosh of a feeling, you'll know it's him. And I think there's something, he just keeps going back to that yellow bird reference. So there's either a picture of it or he used to have a bird. Like, there's something about a yellow bird, and that just could be one of the symbols that he's going to bring to you. Just like my grandfather went on the other side when he said, owl. I'm like, owl, what's that got to do with you? Like, how's that make sense for you? And it showed up in the most random way. So just know that might be something he's doing, just saying now to plant the seed that's going to happen. When you see the yellow bird, you'll know it's him.
Okay. I'll remember that.
And crickets. What? He's talking about crickets.
Oh, yeah, that I can.
You can understand? Okay.
I live in the country and I sit out every night and there's nothing but crickets all night. It's calming for me though.
Yeah. Okay. He's like, when you're in that state of calm, invite me in. You'll feel me. And he just keeps saying, I'm good. I'm better than I've ever been. And I think that's the main message, that because he's not come through to let anybody know, hey, by the way, I'm good. I think he's just kind of checking in, letting everybody know that he's around.
Yes, I was just thinking too. I'm just so glad to know that he's okay.
Yeah.
Because I had been constantly thinking about it.
Yeah. He's good. He's doing quite well, and he's better than he was ever doing here. That's for sure. And he's just continuing to bring joy and happiness and funny things. And he's a prankster. So if you lose your keys, you can be like, listen, Uncle Dave, I don't need this. I need you to bring me my keys. Because I feel like he might move things and kind of play pranks on people. So if you hear other relatives saying, I can't find something, and I know I put it right here, be like, listen, ask Uncle Dave. He probably moved it.
Sometimes it happens to me and I'm like, I know I'm not losing my mind.
He's like, but maybe you are. I don't know. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for allowing me to connect to your uncle. And
yes, thank you so much. That makes me feel so much better.
Yeah. And just know he's okay. He's doing all right. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Christina. Have a good day. I'll let you bop yourself out.
Okay. I don't know how to do it.
Oh, just exit here. Maybe I can. Hold on. Oh, here I can do it. All right, there we go. All right, so Glenda, you did not read the room, and you're about to get muted. Okay. For 5 seconds to move that comment. All right, so that was amazing. So that is a perfect example of how there were, and actually, I'd be interested to know, Bama. Hi, Yessie. So Bama could take 100% also. And of course it was postcards and it could have been her loved one also coming in saying hi, and I've watched Pam Sears do readings where 5 people have taken 100% of the information, and we're talking specific stuff. And she's like, all right, I'm just going to lean in with all this and we're going to see how it goes. And she was able to deliver the message, and it all made sense to every single person in totally different ways. But it was specific. It wasn't like, yeah, tall, blonde hair, blue eye guy. It was very specific. So it can happen that way. And I have to trust spirit on these things, and knowing that they are bringing, that they're going to tell me who it's for, and I have to listen. So, yeah, it's pretty wild, isn't it, Heather? So, we still have 40 minutes left. I wonder what are y'all drinking? I have my caffeine source here, my Celsius. What are you guys drinking what are you sipping on this morning? No judgment if you've got, thank you, Lorna. What the heck with all these people from other countries trying to go live with me? Ugh. Pumpkin spice latte, coffee, water. Lucas has water over here in Instagram world. What are y'all drinking over here in YouTube? You know what's funny is, oh, okay. All right. Oh, that sucked. You forgot your caffeine source and you're at the doctor's office. Ugh. You're inviting fall. I'm not ready for fall. I have one more week of, summer. Oh, that was probably smart. Took him over here, Dream Queen. It's a bummer it was lagging though. I don't know how to fix those things when it does that either. You know what makes me sad is I know inevitably the next door, now that they're doing all that construction, they'll cut our fiber optic lines. My MetroNet will be trashed at least 5 times in the next year. Well, that's true, Heather. When you're in Florida, that's different. The white coat office. Got to go to work. Have a great day. Oh, thank you, April. Have a good day to you too. I'm glad you got some good postcards out of that. Because I was sitting in on both. Oh, okay. Well, and I think that YouTube is slightly behind also, just a little bit. And I know Instagram is way delayed. It's got a much different delay. Not too hot, not to see. I'm kind of like that too. I don't want to like sweltering, but if it's that or freezing, I'll take sweltering all day long. Anybody else want to yell at this person for just dropping her business? So anybody who's been on the live this whole time, how many times have I said, don't put your stuff in the chat? At least 25. Okay, maybe only 5. I don't know. You're always opening. My thing is I just muted. I just mute. It's fine. Hey, how many shares do we have? I see 0. I see 0 shares. I know, right? I see 0 shares happening. Is it just that I'm not seeing the shares? Oh, there they are. They just popped up. Awesome. I have 19 shares. Let's get to like, I don't know, there's 50 of you in here. Let's get to 100 shares. Yay. It's showing it. They're showing up now. They're showing up now. It looks like 25 shares. Let's get to, we're almost to 40,000 likes. Let's get to 50,000 likes. And then I'll do another reading. 100 shares, 50,000 likes. And I'll move into another reading. We still have 30 minutes left. Let's turn some music. What kind of music are we in the mood for? I can't because YouTube will tall glass of learning from Lorenda. Thank you, Kelly. Also, check out my Instagram story. That's the only place Instagram and Facebook story, because I did post the links. If you are going to be in the Portland, Oregon area, the first weekend of October, I'm going to be doing lives. Oh yeah, I'm not jumping in any lake though. That's crazy. So make sure you check out all the things I have coming up. If you're going to be in the Indianapolis area, if you're in Indiana area, we got Spirit Fest coming up. We've got my October 12th event coming up. That's going to be amazing. I'm so excited about it. And if you go check out my latest posts in Instagram and Facebook on both my Lorenda Carr Medium pages, you will see the space that I'm going to be doing readings in. I love it when Lorna makes coffee because she likes to share. I don't drink coffee, but I still take a cup of that love every time she does it. What a great way to kick off the day too. I'm drinking, I got my caffeine. I've been doing Celsius lately. I'm not trying to like plug it or get in trouble. So hopefully I don't get dinged for that. But it says live fit. I feel like it's not healthy, and I only do one because I get my little caffeine boost in the morning. So let's keep sharing, friends. Hey, we're at, it doesn't taste like artificial sugar, which is nice because I won't drink diet drinks. I do love chai tea. I'll drink that starting in October. I'll go into tea mode in October. Or on the first cold morning, that's what I'll go into. So on my Thursday morning lives, I'll probably be showing up with a big cup of, tea and honey. I think they're not good for you when you drink more than one a day because they are high in energy. But yeah, there's like 0 calories. I see no high fructose corn syrup. That's huge for me. No aspartame, no artificial colors. So that's what I do like them. I just recently discovered them. So, which is better than I won't drink diet drinks. If I'm going to drink a soda or any kind of fountain drink, I'll drink a regular Coke. I'm just going to go all in on it. That's how it works. So I went to a physical mediumship workshop about this time last year. And I was like, oh my gosh, I got to do this. This would be so great. It was a guest that they brought in to do this physical mediumship. First of all, it was a train wreck. The guy was an absolute jerk. And it was shady as all get out. But he claimed he had to slam 6 to 8 Red Bulls before his going into trance to do the physical mediumship, to get things to apport and to get things to fly around the room. I'm like, this is the fakest shit I've ever seen in my life. Also, how in the world did he sleep after slamming 6 Red Bulls? I know, right? Like, it was just weird. It was just weird. And the whole thing was shady. And that was one of those, it was BS. He needed his wings. I know. Well, and the thing is, he couldn't even get through a lecture without, like, he came with his wife or his partner. And I paid for lectures. I paid to learn how to do this. I paid to experience physical mediumship and understand what it is. Didn't know if I really wanted to do it myself or even try, but they kept saying, oh, it takes years to learn how to do this. Don't plan on doing it anytime soon. I'm like, that sounds like something that someone says, like, if they're not legit. Just saying. And he couldn't even get through a lecture or a question and answer session without looking at his wife and going, I got to smoke. Can you take over? And he'd go out and like smoke a cigarette like every 5 minutes. And I know, well, and I did complain, and I'm not a huge complainer. A lot of times I'm like, well, I'm supposed to be there for a reason. And I was there for a reason. And being the Leo that I am, and being the teacher that I am, and being the person I am in general, When somebody says, okay, let's go around the room and tell something about yourselves and why you're here. I'm like, I'm Lorenda, and spirit shut me up. Like, they said, this is not your day. This is not your time. Very little information. Do not share. Like, that's weird. And yeah, it was the craziest experience, because you know how you can just see someone standing in the background and watching and paying attention. And he was literally the epitome of a charlatan, of like the people that your grandmother warned you about. Like, those people are fake. They'll just steal your money. And it was bad. It was so bad. So thank you, friends, for sharing the live. I appreciate you guys. Share the live. We want to get to, we're over 50,000 likes. Yay. So let's get to 100 shares and we'll move into another reading. It is shocking. And actually, then my mentor said, oh, that's so fake. And like, she's at port, like she's done physical mediumship. And I've seen the things that have come through in her readings. And I know the energy is coming in. I feel it. And yay, we're at 100 shares. Okay, I'll move into mediumship. Let me finish what I'm talking about here. And my mentor was like, oh yeah, he's fake. I'm like, oh, geez. Say what you really think. And she said that when she was coming up in mediumship world and developing years ago, that was actually part of the, hey, Flora, so good to see you. That was actually a class they took, was how to do fake media, how to do fake seances. It was an actual class. And so she's like, yeah, you have to be discerning. And in that moment, I know. And she's like, there are legitimate physical mediums that will bring through spirit. There is proof. I've been doing well, Fleur. How are you doing? I think about you sometimes. It's crazy. Like, you'll pop into my head. And anyway, so there are legitimate physical mediums. You just have to be discerning. And this guy, like, he and his partner get flown all over the world to do these demonstrations, and to see a room full of mediums sitting there and buy into it. I was just like, it was surreal. I called my friend Mandy, she was in here earlier. I called my friend Mandy. I'm like, all right, listen, I'm going to run this by you. Am I just being overly skeptical? And I told her everything that I kind of experienced that day. She goes, nope, it's fake. You know it. Like, okay. But he's not part of camp. Like, that was somebody they brought in to do that workshop. And it was just, there were so many shady things that happened that spirit actually protected me from. Like, is they put me in this interesting little glass, you know how like in Beauty and the Beast with the floating rose and with the glass top. That's what I felt like. I felt like I had no energetic connection to them, that I was completely cut off. At first, I thought I was kind of being punished for something by spirit, not punished, but like set aside, right? But they were like, no, you need to observe. You need to observe and learn. Oh, thank you for there it is. Ah, yeah, one of those. Thank you, Kim. We will get better. Yes, you will. All right. Okay. You'll get there. Yeah, spirit knew to protect me, and they needed me to observe. They needed me to watch. And man, did I learn a lot. And that was a weekend that I met one of my new guides named Moon Dancer. He's a master. Oh, thank you, Fleur. I'm still waiting for my other crown to come in. I thought for sure I'd have it by now. I need to follow up and be like, yo, where's my crown? Because I'm supposed to be getting my Leo crown that was supposed to be coming in at my birthday time. And now it's like mid-September. So I need to get that. I need to follow up. Hopefully it'll be coming soon. So yeah, spirit will do things to protect us. And so thank you, Vivian. This is I call it my Caradwin crown. And Caradwin was very, 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 very present at this physical mediumship workshop. Very present. And it was pretty wild. Oh, and then my friend April just popped in. I was just talking about Mandy, how when remember that physical mediumship thank you. But remember that physical mediumship workshop last year, April, that I was just railed on and I was so mad about. It was so bad. It was so bad, but I learned a lot. I did learn a lot in discernment and when something feels fake, to honor it. But it was wild because I felt Caradwin as a master energy and as a goddess energy protect me during the seance. And she said, they can see you. It was so how one of these physical mediumship seances work is, and then we're going to move into a reading. I promise. Please hang on, keep tapping, keep sharing while I'm talking, because I feel like this is important. Someone needs to know this. I don't know why, but someone needs to know this. Okay. So how a dark seance works is they put you into a room where there are no windows. Everything is, well, there are windows, but everything is sealed off, right? Everything. So when the lights go out, it is pitch black. Yes, lessons for the class. Thank you, Dream Queen. It is pitch black. And they play this blaringly loud music, and it was tribal drums and whatever it is, the medium, but they also build this cabinet, right? And they zip tie the medium into the chair. It's so theatrical. And they put him in this little tent, like a little changing tent, and close it. And they're in the tent, drawing spirit in, right? And if you look up physical mediumship, cabinet work, you'll see what I'm talking about. Like some people, and again, it's a legitimate practice. And there are plenty of physical mediums that do it. Okay. This guy was just not legit. And they turn the lights out and it's just overstimulation. You lose the ability to see anything. And then the medium calls upon the spirits to come in through them and move everything in the room. They'll put instruments in the room in the middle of the floor that we all see. It's a dog and pony show, man, I'm telling you. But everything has little glow in the dark tape on it. So when the lights go out, you can see these things floating through the air, flying through the air because of the little tape that's on it. And things will come around, they'll touch you, it's illusion. It's just illusion. And things are shaking and then all of a sudden a spirit will come through and speak through the medium in the weirdest voices. Now, I've done trance mediumship. I know how it works. I'm very well trained in trance mediumship. And so they'll bring through spirits, but they'll they'll claim to be walking cloud, Native American spirit, right? But they'll speak as if they're a modern person. That's not how it works. That is not how it works. And this guy was fake. He wasn't doing trance mediumship. He was playing characters, and water would fly on us, sprinkle on us. And it's an entertaining show. It's not healing at all. Exactly. If I wish I had a gong, but Caradwin, I could feel. And what was weird is I could see this weird glow above my head, a green glow. But when I'd look, I couldn't see it. So I knew Caradwin was there and saying, observe, observe. they can see you act engaged. When the music, I kept hearing, they can see you, clap along with the music, look interested. So I'm sure, and I found out later, oh yeah, they've got like the night vision goggles. They can see everything you're doing. And they're moving around the room with these things on sticks and acting like things are floating around the room. Yeah, it's not trickster spirits, Michelle. It's trickster practitioners. This was a whole workshop that I went to. Oh yeah, featuring someone that you know. He was not the practitioner, by the way. He was just there. So it was just a really interesting learning experience. So then the next day we got to go into, it was a whole dog and pony show. Let me finish this. And then at the end, all of a sudden the lights come on at the end and the chair has been mysteriously moved into the middle of the room and he's still zip tied in. Whatever, he totally could have gotten out. Like it took one person to get up out of a chair, cut his ties, and then re-zip tie him later. Like it's not that big of a deal, right? And then all of a sudden he just like throws up a bunch of trinkets, like from the dollar store. And then each of the trinkets is from a loved one in spirit for someone in the room. Yeah, it ruins it for real physical mediumship. You're right. Exactly, Heather. Because there are real physical mediums. They do the work. And they can actually make things happen. This guy was not it. Again, he's not a regular at Camp Chesterfield. He was just a guest. It was, I mean, and the thing is, the messages that came through for people were things that he overheard because I was also observing that entire day. I was observing him watching everyone and listening to their conversations. And every single message he delivered either was something that someone had said earlier in that day, or it didn't land at all. At all. And the only one fact, the one thing that he overheard me say was in my intro, and he acted like he tried to turn that into a message. And the message was bunk. So it was very sad. It was very sad. And the next day we had, we did cabinet work. So we each got to go into the cabinet and practice trance mediumship, right? So, which I'd already done. Again, I've been trained through Camp Chesterfield. Like I do that. But I just not done it in a cabinet. Well, I just kept getting this weird feeling, and I would get into my trance state very easily. I slipped very easily into trance state when they would play the tribal music. And that's when I had Moon Dancer came down, introduced herself. She goes, just so you know, I'm here protecting you and I'm shining light on things. And you just be prepared for that. Just be prepared. And I'm like, crap, now what? Okay, here we go. Comes to my, everyone that goes into the cabinet, you know, has an experience, okay, during their time in the cabinet. And it's not all done out loud. There's music blaring. There's that overstimulation of music happening. And so I know, well, there is a spirit here. Now I promise I will go over a little bit because there is a spirit here. But I go into the cabinet. The music won't work. There are 15 people that went before me, and the music won't work. I couldn't feel anything. And this was this person's cabinet, right? That did all this stuff. Okay. It's a void. There's no energy in there. It's like negative energy. No, not even negative, like negative space. And then the music wouldn't work, because when I was outside, the music was working. I was like, okay, this is good. This is good. Oh man, I'm feeling the flow, meeting a new spirit guide. Can't wait to talk to her while I'm in the cabinet. Let's see what happens. I'm so excited. And they all had their own experiences in their cabinets. Okay. And everyone told about their experiences as they came out. And I was like, yeah, I got nothing. It was a void. Exactly, Lorna. My new spirit guide was like, we are shining the light on this. And then magically, the next medium, the next round of mediums that went in the cabinet, the music worked just fine. It was crazy. And that feeling of emptiness in that space was nothing I'd ever felt before. It was interesting, to say the least. And it was just such an interesting, yeah, it was energy protection at its best. Absolutely. Thank you, Lucas. And I got my crown from my friend. Her name's Kat. And so it was interesting, because then there were mediums in the room that I really looked up to, that I can't look at the same anymore, because of how they played into it and what they believed. And I'm just like, you're like, you really believe this. It was crazy. Yeah, exactly. My guides were like, nope, you are in I heard from day one, from the very first minute I sat down, you are here to observe. Yep, you are here to observe. All right, so okay, so I have 10 minutes, and I do remember I do have someone like coming to my house around noon. Like, I'm just now remembering this. So how about I do this? Since we met our goal, you guys are rock stars. And I got so on that tangent. I feel like someone needed to hear that, though. Someone needed to hear that story. And I do believe it's because we do need to be discerning. How many didn't believe, but were scared not to play along? And actually that's very legitimate. Like, how do you, because then you ready for this? This is better. This is better. And you know what? Then I'm going to pull cards. I'm just going to pull a bunch of cards. I'm going to give as many people a card reading as I possibly can, to make up for not doing a mediumship reading, to make up for this. All right. Good, Mackenzie. I'm glad that resonated with you. So, dude throws up the things, right? In their little dollar store trinkets. And he said, and then he said, and by the way, these are legitimate jewelry items that I have apported, but if you take them to get them appraised, they will turn into junk. I'm like, you just said that out loud? Yeah. So he apports this bracelet, starts talking about this great aunt of mine that came through for him, that's who brought me this bracelet. And he's like, and I feel like her name starts with a G. And I'm like, I was like, okay. I'm receiving the information. And he goes, and you should have gotten this bracelet from her. And there's a rift in the family, and like goes on this tangent that was not even relevant to my life at all. Michelle, now you understand why my reaction to you was what it was when last night, or in class on Tuesday. I was like, I got stories. So he starts talking about Glenda, and I'm like, well, I don't have any aunts named Glenda, because he's dead set. This is an aunt that's on the other side. Everyone in the room, including him, knows because I told him that my mentor is Reverend Glenda, who's very much alive. So he delivers this message, and and then he looks to me for validation, and I said, I'm just going to take it with me because it doesn't make sense to me right now. But we all know, like, psychic amnesia. I was just trying to be polite, and and that's true. If any of you ever receive a reading and something doesn't make sense, I'll say, you know what, take it with you because it might not make sense now, but it might make sense later. Okay. And also, mediums aren't always 100%. Okay. So, in front of all these other mediums that are attending this seance, I said, Glenda's my mentor, but you already knew that. He doubles down and says, how do you put it? Sorry, I have something in my eye now. He says, yeah, you know how this works. Aren't you a medium? Looks me up and down, says, aren't you a medium? Don't you know how this works? When I tell you, it took everything in me not to be like, hold my crown and just go for this dude. I was like, I said, yes, I do. And I also understand, right? Internal screaming, George Rose. I was like, yes, I do know how this works. And I also understand, there's psychic amnesia. And I said, but in fairness, you were trying to say my dead Aunt Glenda. But thank you for the reading and thank you for the bracelet. It took everything in me not to just take him out of the throat. Like, you have no idea. And Spirit was like, sit, say nothing. He did. He abused the sitter is what he did. And he did it to a number of people. And then I overheard him and another medium trash talking another medium from the camp. And I mean, it was just, and trying to speak code in front of other people. So it took a lot of me about trust and discernment in this space. And so as a medium, I had to, it was a lot. It was a lot. I'm not sorry I had the experience. Thank you for saying that, but I'm not sorry I had that experience because it helped me with discernment and knowing that when I first met this guy, I was like, this is off. Something's not right. And I don't see him on the docket right now, so I don't think he's coming back. If he does, I mean, and I did tell the powers that be my experience and how I felt about it and the things that were said directly to me. So I did say something, but all right. So let's do this. Let's pull some cards. Let's bring up that energy because, man, every time I think about that situation, I just get so angry. But it's funny. The reason, and when I got dressed this morning, I always say, okay, Spirit, dress me. And I got my cool, cute my TikTok shop outfit. Okay. And I put it on and I was like, oh, because we're going Caradwin. Caradwin's coming in today. And that's this Ben Robinson. If you guys read by Ben, made this for me. And I got my Caradwin crown that was made by Mystic Mind Designs. And I was just feeling all green. I got my Moldavite on today. And I knew that I knew that she was going to be talking about something. Oh, I am too. Ooh, man. Ooh, man. So I had to tell Spirit, listen, I'm going to need you to find a way to reimburse me for this shit show. So That's how mine too, Michelle. It's very Irish, very Gaelic, very, very, very cutesy, very demure, very Irish, very Gaelic, very Galway. Also, I've decided if I moved, I would have to go look at other places. I really liked Galway. If I moved to Ireland, I'd move to Galway. I could pick up the accent. I could do a good Galway accent. Did you know that? I can do that. I have a harder time with the Scottish accent. I have a harder time with a Scottish accent. Nope, that's not Scottish. That was very British. I used to be known for my accents. Now I have a hard time doing them. Oh, thank you, Kim. I'm not very good at German accents. How's your German coming along, Lucas? Have you been learning more? Have you been speaking German in the house? Lucas is in Switzerland and his dad's from Switzerland. They speak German in the house. I'd be great in Irish film, wouldn't I? Wait, hold on. Let me get my Irish accent. They say their R's in the back of their throat. In their throat. No, you're not. Lucas says, no, I'm not doing German. No way. Oh, so Lucas over in TikTok, Lucas is he's on Instagram watching. My friend April that came to visit me from Texas says to tell you, hi, Lucas. You got to meet my friends that came from other places. Ah, thank you. And I got my Moldavite ring too. Yeah, have you guys ever seen that? It matches my necklace. And actually my friend April, who's in the chat, found this for me in Texas. She's like, oh my God, check it out. So I'm going to start pulling cards randomly for the next few minutes. So if you want a card, since we're talking about crowns and Caradwin, I would say, no, I'm not feeling crowns. She's Celtic. Let's do shamrocks. If you want a card, drop a shamrock. And while you guys start doing that on TikTok and over here in YouTube, I'm going to pull a card for Lucas because he's been here from the very second I started on, and he's been texting me all morning saying, I'm going to be on the live. So here we go. Lucas, you get root chakra. This is for you, my friend. Root chakra. Let me read it to you, and I'll tell you what it means for you. The root chakra, grounded in stability, is mirrored in modern dance. You should practice your German. I'm kidding. Lucas is not liking learning German. Its powerful movements anchor the spiritual journey, fostering strength and a deep connection to the earth and self. What I feel like this is saying for you, Lucas, is you need to go outside and do something outside. You got to get what we call grounded, get grounded. That doesn't mean mouth off to your parents and get grounded. That's not what that means. But also, I feel like you need to get out in your little town there and go do something nice for somebody. Go do something nice for somebody today. That's what I feel like you should do. That's what the cards are saying for you. Okay? Promise me you'll go do something nice for a neighbor today. Be helpful and get outside. You need to go outside. Okay. Let's see who's going to be next. Who's going to be next? How about, I'm going to go with Kiki because Kiki is actually the nickname of Lucas's sister. How cool is that? Intuition, Kiki. Intuition comes up for you. Okay. And then Michelle, I'm going to grab you next, actually, over because you're the only one responding over here on the YouTube. Listening to your intuition is like surrendering to the rhythm of an unseen dance where your spirit team guides each step with loving support. Trust in your partner, and each intuitive whisper is a beat leading you in a harmonious waltz of spiritual synchronicity. So I feel like that what this is saying, Kiki, is listen to your gut today. You might be a lot more in tune than what you think, and I feel like you're second guessing yourself a lot, and you're thinking like if you think something bad about somebody, you're like, oh, I'm just not being very nice. Listen to your gut. Okay, listen to your gut today. All right, let's see, Michelle. Let's pull a card for you. Harmony, balance. I feel like today, and with you doing energy work, Michelle, this makes total sense for you. I feel like this might actually be for someone else. Are you seeing a client to do balancing work today? There's something about chakras. I feel like you're going to have to focus on chakras today. And if you're not sure what's going on with a person, I feel like it's going to be chakra related. Harmony within, like balanced chakras, opens the gates for spirit to flow freely, through the essence of our being. Align the energy centers and let the symphony of your soul resonate in divine resonance, allowing the universe to dance through you with grace and purpose. There we go. So thank you, Michelle, for watching. All right. How about, let's go back over here. Teresa Joe over here in Instagram. Teresa, nature, in nature's embrace, trees sway like dancers. Their branches choreographing a spiritual journey rooted in earth, reaching towards the heavens. So this is for Teresa. I feel like very much like Lucas, get outside, go do something today. Feel that outdoor energy. Feel that outdoor energy. Don't be surprised if you have like little leaves waving at you too. All right. Because I feel like you've got some fae, you've got some fun little wood sprites around you or something. I feel like I'm hearing about wood sprites. You're welcome, Teresa. All right. So let's see. So make sure you guys are following me and all the platforms. All right. Let's see. Alexis, your name just jumped out of me like a what? Awakening. Awakening comes up for Alexis. Alexis. Beginning a spiritual journey is like stepping onto the dance floor of awakening, where each movement is a step towards our true selves. In this dance, we gracefully uncover the rhythm of our spirit, inviting an awakening that harmonizes our essence with the universe's melody. So for you, I feel like Spirit's kind of calling out the fact that you've been noticing more lately. And that you're starting to notice like a change in your own energy. You're starting to see people for who they are. And I feel like you're just starting to kind of get in a groove with understanding, oh, I'm not making this up. Yeah. And there's been a big energy shift, I feel like, with a lot of people. So acknowledge that you're kind of going through this little bit of awakening, and that Spirit is expanding your energy so you can receive more information. Okay. Oh, good. I'm glad. Good. All right, let's see here. How about Fleur? Because I haven't seen you for so long. I'm going to get as many as I can just in here as fast as I can. Oh, wait, intuition came up for you too. Interesting. Y'all saw me shuffle all those. Fleur, I feel like something's been weighing on your heart and you need to talk to somebody about something, and you need to listen to your gut on it. Let the intuition flow through you. When you have that conversation, let Spirit kind of flow through you and have that conversation. You're onto something, you're right about something, but you need to open the dialogue. There's some things you're right about, and there's some things you need more clarification on. So there you go. All right, let's see. How about Love XOXO Mara over in Instagram? Let's see. Third eye chakra comes up for you. Third eye chakra. That is third eye chakra, honored in many tribal dances, symbolizes intuition and spiritual insight. These ritualistic dances connect people to higher consciousness, fostering inner wisdom and, I'm dropping the card, profound inner spiritual awareness. I feel like what this is saying though, Mara, is that you really need to move today. I feel like either you've been sitting still a lot. There's something about, and you stop downing myself. See? There you go, Fleur. So Mara, I feel like this is saying move, like you need physical movement. You need to move because to activate some intuition. There's something about needing to activate something and you need to move. I feel like you've been sitting still for too long. And when you move and get moving and grooving, you're gonna notice a difference. Here, let's play some music while we do this for the next couple minutes. My cleaning crew is gonna be here soon, and I need to unlock my doors and put my dogs away. So let's do 2 more readings. How's that sound? But while we do that, let's listen to Galway Town. Shall we? Oh my gosh, I did the funniest video with my tap dancers that are all like 8 years old last night. I'm going to be posting it on my socials. Make sure you follow Dance Innovations PAC, because I'm going to post it and tag the artist of this song. All right, let's see who's going to be next. Georgia, align. Georgia, align. You're welcome, Mara. Align your spirit with the universal equilibrium as each step mirrors the dance of the stars, choreographing peace within and around you. I feel like you need to do some things to kind of get yourself in alignment today. And it might just be that you've got to settle down, quiet your mind, and get recentered. And then you're going to start being aligned with people that can actually help you and be a good positive influence in your life. So there you go. So thank you, Georgia. All right, let's see who's going to be next. All right, we don't have anybody else requesting yet, so I'm going to focus over here. Let's see who's jumping out. Mediumship and journey healing, really long, Joanna Louise. I don't know that one. Hold on. There we go. Oh, yes, I want this one. I did not live in Virginia. All right. So crown chakra. The crown chakra resonates with divine music, guiding our spiritual journey. It opens to higher consciousness, harmonizing the soul with universal wisdom and enlightenment. I feel like right now you're working on clearing your energy and you're working on balancing some things for yourself. And I feel like trusting what's coming in through your crown. I invite the information to come in through your crown chakra. I feel like you might be a feeler where you bring things in through your aura here more physically. And I feel like Spirit's saying, all right, invite it to come in divinely through here. Bring it in through your crown chakra or buy a crown. I don't know. That could be it too. I got a gal. She's amazing at making crowns. Mm-hmm. Amanda Brune. Ooh. Higher self. Ooh, listen to your higher self, my friend. And wait, I missed that. You're welcome, Joanna. Okay, higher self. Let me read this for you. In the quiet chambers of self-reflection, we connect with our higher self. Okay, a compass of intuition and purpose, orchestrating a dance through life's intricate complexities with profound wisdom and a deeper understanding of our true essence. I really feel like you need to tune into your higher self a little bit. Mystic Mind Design is fantastic. You tell her what she wants and she'll stay within your budget and she'll make something fantastic. She's awesome. So anyway, back to you, Amanda. Higher self, listen to your higher self, because I feel like you're going to get a lot of answers. And also, if you're interested in past life regression, look into, I do that. It's not a shameless plug. It is a little bit, but I feel like a past life regression or past life reading might be actually beneficial for you right now. Because I think your higher self will be able to show you a little bit of clarity. All right. Dream Queen, Echoes comes up for you. I feel like there's some things coming up from your past that are kind of creeping back into your memory. But I want you to understand that they are memories, only memories. They are not actively part of who you are now. Thank you, Georgia, for saying that. Also, aren't you going to read book with me soon? You should do that. You're welcome, Amanda. So these echoes are, I feel like they're just this. There's things that are creeping up in your past. And it's time for you to understand that they are memories. And that's it. They're not, you don't have to integrate them. So anyway, all right. I feel like I just heard my garage door open, which means my cleaning crew's here, which means my dogs are going to lose their mind. And if it's the new gal, my little dog's going to bite her. So I hate to cut y'all off. However, I need to go not get sued. Thank you all so much. And April, message me. I've got a card for you right here. Message me and I'll show you the card. Because she's one of my besties. Thank you all for all showing up today and being part of this live. And I hope that you find joy today. I hope that you listen to amazing music today. Don't fall for scams today. Okay. There's somebody in here that needed to hear that story, and maybe multiples of you. So I apologize for not doing another mediumship, because I really thought I was going to. I even had the rock and everything, but I knew that someone needed to hear that. Be very discerning today. I go, Casey, oh my gosh, how are you? Good to see you. You're welcome. I'm glad you popped in and watched. So yes, April, Angel Eyes, by the way, that's who April is. Sister from another Mista in another lifetime. She's right. Trust yourself, trust your gut, trust your intuition, trust that Spirit's leading you down the path. And remember, the first thing you hear in your head when you ask a question is the actual answer. The second is you talking yourself out of that and bringing in self-doubt. Okay. you do know more than you give yourselves credit for, and trust spirit to align you with where you need to be aligned. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. I will chat with you all again soon. It's a big dance weekend. I am going to try to go live, I think, tomorrow, depending on how things play out. So make sure, take a minute to follow me, but go on all my platforms and follow me too. Okay. Yeah. And also, if you want to be part of I've got another group that actually, if you follow my real account, which I don't care, you guys can do that. It's Tap Dancer 678. And if you would like to be in, I've got a Facebook group that is all spiritual things. It's a really cool spiritual community. If you want to learn more and get more up-to-date things that I don't necessarily post on TikTok or other places, let me know. Just reach out and be like, hey, add me to your group, and I'll add you to that group. It's like 2 Women, 1 Vision. Sign is what it's called. So I'll be glad to add you. And that's a Facebook group, by the way. So, all right. Love you all. I got to go before my dogs eat people. Mwah! Bye, friends. We'll talk soon. Bye, all.
I gotta move on to